Hello and welcome to Essential's roundup of news from across the union movement. Employers have been encouraged to take a fresh look at the way they approach women's work as Australia observed International Women's Day last week. ACTU President Jed Carney said discrimination of workers who are pregnant, have small children, disabled kids or unwell parents should be a special focus this year. The ACTU released this video to mark the day and pay tribute to some of the heroines of the women's movement.
Pioneers like Helen Robertson, who set up a union to combat sweatshops, delivering a fairer day's work for a fair day's pay to all factory workers.
Or Muriel Heaney, who spent her lifetime fighting for equal pay and saw it signed into law just a week before she died.
A second bank has responded to worker and community pressure over the offshoring of Australian finance jobs. Westpac CEO Gal Kelly says Westpac will not replace any more local staff with foreign workers this year. FSU National Secretary Leon Carter says with 1,200 Australian finance jobs heading offshore already this year, it's welcome news, but he's called on the bank to rule out the practice altogether. A new report warns a full-time salary is not enough to guarantee affordable housing. The report released by Australians for Affordable Housing finds some workers would have to spend more than half their income either paying rent or servicing the average first home loan in their area. Childcare workers, cleaners and hairdressers in particular are likely to be spending more than half their income to pay housing costs in their capital city. Sydney University professional staff walked off the job last week over attempts to dramatically wind back working conditions for professional staff. In what the CPSU characterises as a cost-cutting exercise, the university is proposing to cut leave conditions, transfer more workers into contract and impose a cut in real wages. The CPSU warns Sydney University's excellent reputation as a centre for learning is in the balance. Finally, Australia's national netball team has entered the industrial fray, seeking to more than double their pay. The Australian Diamonds have launched action in Fair Work Australia with backing from the Australian Workers Union, arguing the average salary of international players of just $10,000 is a gender issue. The union wants players to get $430 per day for a 57-day schedule, up from the current $200, and a review of current media rights, which sees just 2% of revenue go back to players. Well, that's all for this week. Don't forget to send us your news tips and go to the Essential website to see our latest polling. I'm Emily Barker. I'll see you next time.